Hi, I'm Philip from Optimised Lab, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the gender demographic targeting of your Google Ads campaigns, and most importantly, how to adjust that targeting to help you save money and improve the performance of your campaigns. So to begin doing that, let's navigate over to the demographics section on the left hand side, click that, and then we're going to click gender, and what we can see here, we can see how male viewers of our ads and people who have clicked our ads compare to female, and also a third group which is unknown. And it's important to note that Google won't have information on everybody's gender because people need to be logged into their Google account where they volunteered this type of information for Google to know. So a lot of people who are making searches, people won't know that person's gender. So what can we do here with this data? Well, we can see, for example, where our traffic is coming from. So we can look at clicks, impressions, click-through rate, and compare it for different genders. Right now, we're looking at one of the most important metrics, which is cost per conversion. So we're looking at how that differs for different genders. So we can see the cost per conversion is slightly higher for female versus male. Now, if for your particular product you do not sell to a specific gender, that's very rare, and in fact is something that advertisers won't normally do. They won't normally exclude a certain gender. But just in case that is something you'd like to do, you don't feel, for example, males are going to be purchasing your product, and then importantly, not going to be purchasing it as a gift for a female, then what we can do is we can exclude that group. So although they may be searching, if they were not making purchases, in a hypothetical example, what we can do is we can click here, filter, and then we're going to click on gender, and then we're going to click on male. And what that's going to do is just going to highlight all of the male audiences. We're going to click here to highlight all of them, edit, and then you can click exclude. And that's going to exclude them from all of the ad groups. So we need to exclude things at ad group level. You can't do it for the entire campaign. So that's how you would do that if that's something you would like to do. Now, what many advertisers do need to do is adjust bids for different genders. So this is an example where there's actually very equal performance between the genders. However, we can see that unknown has a much lower cost per conversion, which is great. So how do we adjust the bids with that, taking that into account? Well, what we can do here is just do a little calculation to tell us what we should be adjusting the bids by, and then we can go ahead and do that. So we can see that the average for the campaign, the average cost per conversion is £19.52. So we can do a little calculation to adjust the bids for these three groups, with taking into account the average across the campaigns. So what we can do is we can just type in 19.52 divided by 20.58 equals 0.948, and then what we're going to do is minus 1. So we're minusing it from 100%, and that gives us 0.05%. So what we can see here is that we need to reduce the bids for male by 5%, and that will bring us in line with this average CPA price. So to do that, we could go ahead and click male, highlight all of that, and then we're going to go ahead and change max cost per click bids, and we're going to decrease bids by 5%, and then we would just click apply, and that would add that bid modifier to all of these ad groups. Now it's important to note that this is a hypothetical example for this particular account. I'm looking at a small time range, so there's a lot of variance, but I'm just using this as an example. So I'm not going to actually make that change to this particular account. Now we could do the same thing for unknown. So even though this has a lower CPA price, we can still run the same calculation. So we're going to do 19.52, which is the average for the campaign, remember, and we can divide that by 15.84, and then we're going to minus 1, so we're going to minus 100%, equals 23. So we're going to increase this by 23%. So we'll just go to unknown, apply, so we're filtering for unknown, highlight all of them, and then change the bids, and instead we're going to click increase here, and we're going to put in 23%. So that's how you'd optimize your bid adjustments for the gender, and that's how you'd optimize for your CPA price. Now, it's important to note that if you are running a campaign with an automated or smart bidding strategy such as target CPA or maximize conversions, then a lot of these bid adjustments are going to be done automatically by Google, because Google adjusts your bids for each and every auction according to the probability of a conversion occurring. So a lot of this is going to be done already. However, you can add these bid modifiers if you'd like, just for good measure. And if you're running a manual CPC campaign, then none of this is going to be done automatically by Google. So you definitely want to be optimizing these bids. So hopefully this process will be useful for you and will help you to get the best performance out of your Google Ads campaigns. If you'd like any further tips and advice on managing your campaigns, then feel free to subscribe for additional videos. If you found this useful, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for watching.